Nigel McGuinness now, about to make his way to the ring. And what is going to be the next generation of World of Sport match? Here we saw the last Super Show, Steve Gray and Mel Sanders, David Abusky, legendary World of Sport wrestlers there. This time it's Nigel McGuinness and Cabana, the next generation of the World of Sport style of wrestling, the old school British style of wrestling. And right now it kind of symbolises that is the fact that Nigel McGuinness is the Ring of Honor Pure Wrestling Champion.
I'll tell you what you want about McGuinness. He has one of the sexiest belts in the United States today.
Absolutely. He won that title in Buffalo, New York on August 27 when he defeated Samoa Joe. And he's held on to that title ever since then. And some people thought that might have been a fluke victory for him, but he proved otherwise when recently, actually, I believe it was October 25th, once again in Buffalo, New York, Nigel McGuinness for the second time defeated Samoa Joe.
And here he is, Colt Cabana. Now, I'm sure you're wondering, why is an American getting involved in the next generation of World of Sport match? Well, you see, Colt Cabana is a huge fan of many styles, including the British style. I think after wrestling men such as Doug Williams, he fell in love with the style. Now, unfortunately, earlier in the evening, I spoke to Colt Cabana, and I upset him. I quite frankly apologise because I implied that because Colt Cabana is in English, he didn't stand a chance against Nigel McGuinness. Cabana was not happy and instead brought up a very good point. Nigel McGuinness has spent most of his time in the United States. So in many ways, you could say that as a professional wrestler, Cabana has actually spent more time in this country than McGuinness.
Absolutely. He went over to the States in 1998, did Nigel McGuinness, and learned how to wrestle there. It was his love and his knowledge, and obviously growing up watching the World of Sport style of matches that helped him learn and adapt his style to that. Nigel McGuinness, his favourite British wrestler growing up was Johnny Saint. You'll see elements, absolutely, you'll see a lot of Johnny Saint influence. So I still say that there's a lot of Nigel McGuinness has got it on his side here. He grew up watching this. Colt Cabana's only come across these British wrestling tapes in the last few years. Colt Cabana, interestingly enough, his favourite British wrestler, Vic Faulkner.
Absolutely, I see you've done your homework.
The following contest is a next generation World of Sport match. This bout is a non-title contest. Will be fought over 6 5-minute rounds. 1 pinfall, 1 submission, or a knockout will decide the winner. Introducing first, to my right, from London, England, weighing 16 stone 10, he is the Ring of Honor Pure Wrestling Champion. In it to win it, Nigel McGuinness.
Great reaction there.
And his opponent, representing the Steel Domain Leisure Center in Chicago, Illinois, tonight weighing in at 16.5 stone, classic Colt Cabana.
Another thing I'd like to mention here is the fact that Nigel McGuinness has actually been coming over back to the UK, wrestling for All-Star Wrestling, alongside some of the legends such as Robbie Brookside, who of course we know is a part of the World of Sport Wrestling days, and he's been coming over here and doing those tours, which are rather lengthy tours since 2001. Colt Cabana made his first tour over to the UK, I believe, in 2003. So again, there's a couple more years' experience for Nigel McGuinness here.
Well, Cabana's here to have some fun. Nigel McGuinness seemingly going along with it.
Crowd behind both Nigel and Colt, and this is yeah, absolutely, both men shaking hands, and Colt's doing his thing.
Well, let's hope this stays a nice, friendly contest. The first round has now begun, ladies and gentlemen.
Absolutely, great old school British wrestling goes in. Nigel McGuinness takes the arm.
Nice high wrist lock. Cabana there looking for the reversal, and he escapes.
Colt Cabana now myself looks like they're both going into another tie-up. He takes the arm back again into the wrist lock.
Well, Cabana now got the control. Let's see what McGuinness can do here.
Oh, rolls through. Snap. Oh, there's the nice snapmare there.
Well, Cabana, very athletic man, straight onto his feet.
Straight back onto his feet, not staying down. This match is really going to produce the sporting element of professional wrestling. Really bring that sporting element to the forefront.
Nice waist lock there.
Swings around. You get another snapmare.
And straight onto his feet. McGuinness just as agile as Cabana. There's the waist lock taken right there. Cabana went for the headlock, missed it twice now. But he's trying to get...
Very good. That was very Johnny Saint-like. He gave him there. He looked like he was going to give him the leg. It really was just a measure of false sense of security. And Cabana made the most... Nigel McGuinness made the most of it. And Cabana then kicks the hand away and back up.
Now, obviously, you have to wonder that both men are coming into this contest with a very different game plan than usual. When you're looking at multiple rounds of 5 minutes apiece, obviously, you want to pace it out. You're there for the long run.
He comes in, he shoots a Irish and a half Nelson there. Irish whip reversed. Puts his foot, rolls through, ducks the clothesline. Oh, wait a minute. This is, we've seen him do this before. He's actually well known for doing this. He's just...
And Cabana knows he's well known for it. He doesn't want to dive in and get a foot in the face.
These two have seen each other. This is the artful dodger maneuver, I believe.
Oh, it's taken.
Oh.
And wait, back into that corner.
Back into that artful dodger move, okay.
Sorry to correct you, that isn't actually the artful dodger.
No.
Afraid not, I'll point it out to you later.
Oh, okay.
Don't worry about it. And now,
Nigel, correcting me.
Now it's quite all right. I mean, it's a very intriguing maneuver. That's very old school British.
I'll be over there.
Cabana's going to wait for him. Oh, and wait till he got down. The waistlock switch, the roll up, but Cabana managing to crawl out of there.
Yeah, that was great. And now this time he goes behind him, rolled up. They both fall into the ropes there, and both men are standing up. Interesting styles here. It's both men have obviously watched their classic British wrestling.
There we go, knuckle lock there, double knuckle lock. And now Nigel McGuinness with the overhead wrist lock trying to force Cabana down to the mat.
He does indeed do so now. He just takes the wrist and Cole now kips up.
It's amazing how a guy this big is that agile, and yet here it is right in front of us.
Rolls through, splits the legs apart, forces him down. And now COLT'S on top. Now, very, very good. And now he has the wrist lock there.
Now I can see why Cabana petitioned to be a part of this contest. He is showing that British skill that he is such a fan of. And look at that, putting all the pressure on that shoulder.
Absolutely stretching the shoulder, stretching the arm. You see the positioning there. McGuinness now trying to get back up, trying to get himself into position where he's on top. No, Cabana keeps it.
But this is what the basis of the British style is. You pick a hold, you work on it. And this is why, this is why the British wrestlers are so technically refined. Because obviously when you work on that one body part, then your opponent will have that weakness throughout all the rounds.
The British wrestlers are respected worldwide for their technical ability and for the heritage of the World of Sport days. And nice reversal there. Wherever you go in the world, if you're British and you learn to wrestle the British style, you are well respected. And, well, it goes underneath there and takes it. It's a very... He took the mind of Nigel McGuinness off it and then ended up with a wrist lock as a wrist lock counter, and both men are standing up.
Many people would say that the British style is somewhat of a lost art, but thankfully men like Nigel McGuinness and Colt Cabana are here representing for us in the Coventry Sky Dome tonight.
Absolutely. Doug Williams,
right there.
Doug Williams, of course, adds an element of that to it as well. He is actually a former Ring of Honor Pure Champion. In fact, he was the first ever Ring of Honor Pure Champion. There's a side cravat there. He's keeping hold of it. And
Cabana right out of it. This is why it's so important for a wrestler to not only become big and strong, but also agile. He's got to be able to maneuver, and out of that, he was just able to spin out of the maneuver. Oh, and he takes the leg.
Yeah, nice drop toe hold there. And look, The good thing here is another legendary thing about old school British wrestling is the way that sequence moves together. It wouldn't just be one big move and then back off. Okay, the move that they're doing now would literally be a position to move themselves into another move. You know, and hit another wrestling hold on them, and that's exactly what you saw then. It was a case of a drop toe hold, a bow and arrow lock. When that wasn't working, he was able to switch round. He was able to put in a variation of the Indian death lock on there, holding back on the legs.
As you may have noticed, ladies and gentlemen, we've now ended the first round. In this case, I'd imagine that Nigel McGuinness got the upper hand there.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, that was lucky for Cole. I mean, he was in that variation of that Indian death lock, and the bell rang there. It ended the first round. Both men have their seconds. They're having some water, drying themselves off, and the second round should begin any second now.
Absolutely. Well, by the way, just say, if we get through all the rounds and we do not have a decisive winner, it will then go on to a judgment call, but hopefully it will not get to that.
Nice side headlock there. Notice how he's gripping his own wrist and forearm now to keep control.
And he brings him slowly down to the mat.
Yeah, he's trying to really get that side, and Nigel McGuinness uses that. He went a lot. Cole went a lot lower down, and Nigel was able to force his way out of it, flip over, and
very British reversal to the headlock.
Yeah, this is.
And now Cabana finding the leverage. Very nicely done.
Very good.
Very slippery. And that's why the fans love Colt Cabana here in the Coventry Skydome.
We've seen some great wrestling here so far, and they tie up again, and as Colt takes the head. I think both men are around the same weight. Nigel obviously has a height advantage at 6'5". He misses the European uppercut. Colt trips them down. Ducks and leapfrogs those under. Nice arm drag there.
Tight arm drag there from Cabana. Off the ropes again. The momentum is picking up. Attempted hip toss, blocked twice, and now another arm drag. And Cabana has that arm.
Yeah, he rolled underneath it, and he's kept hold of the arm this time. He's now got him in an arm bar. Look at the position of the knee. Again, is keeping him down.
Now you got to wonder: is Cabana trying to go for the outright win in this round, or maybe he's trying to maintain the advantage long enough so that he is viewed as the winner of the round if a judgment call should come to pass at the end of all the rounds?
I think Colt feels like he's got a lot to call. I mean, you mentioned in your interview earlier, you said, you know, at the end of the day, he's an American. Nigel McGuinness is a British wrestler. Obviously, the favour of the British style is going to go to the British wrestler.
So you think, but when you look at that technique,
he never let go of the arm. He tried to hit the Irish whip on there. Colt kept holding the arm, goes under, and we're back into this armbar. Great wrestling here from Colt Cabana. Nigel McGuinness trying to find a way out of it. He goes over.
McGuinness now trying to do something here.
Trying to go over in the head scissors. Oh, but there's the strength of Colt Cabana. He was able to throw him off and keep holding the arm.
He was trying to get him down with that head scissors, but Colt Cabana able to use his strength, his strong structure. He was able to flip him neatly off and hold on to that arm, maintaining the advantage.
Yeah, he's held on to the arm for the majority of this round so far, actually.
Absolutely, he has kept the control. Absolutely.
This round is his. And now he swings underneath it. Both men going underneath and countering one another's
Cabana now
blocks, and
that was beautiful.
Yeah, very good. And once again, you notice that during that whole thing, during that whole change of moves there, the Colt Cabana still had control of the arm. We mean necessarily had control, but he had hold of the arm.
He kept spinning around.
Yeah,
got McGuinness dizzy, and then hit the arm drag to hold on to the hold.
Well, I pointed out he was in the position where he was going to let go of it. And now still in control.
You have to believe that Cabana wants the control going into the third round.
We're about 3 minutes into this, and he's had the
definitely
arm
third or fourth minute.
Yeah,
if McGuinness doesn't book his idea up, he will be losing this round, so to speak. And, Cabana still in control, still in control.
He wasn't able to get enough strength behind him to Irish whip him, and keeps holding it. Wait a minute, he uses the referee's advantage, and now he's got the top wrist lock, and now he's holding it.
I'm surprised that the referee isn't issuing a public warning for that.
Yeah, absolutely. And now there's a arm ringer there. It sends Colt Cabana over the top. Here comes an Irish whip into the corner. No, again, keeps holding the arm. Now Nigel McGuinness is working on the body part, and again it's that arm.
You have to realise that McGuinness is frustrated. He's going into a British-style match against an American. The American was proving his worth for himself.
Tess. No.
Oh, wait,
no.
it's Cabana who's trying to go for the artful touch. But
yeah.
there, McGuinness with the reversal, the backslide, nicely executed. Well, looks like some pinfall attempts are going on here, but Cabana not taking part of this whole...
Nigel rolls off, Cabana backs up. No.
Cabana's inviting him back up now.
Yeah, absolutely. Sport. This is what the world of sport. It's in the title. Sport. And that's what this match is all about.
Absolutely. He didn't kick him in the ribs. He didn't try to give him a knee drop or a leg drop or a power bomb. He backed off. And there's that spirit of competition as we approach the end of the second round. I have to believe there's got to be seconds left in it.
Goes under. There's the full Nelson.
Nicely executed right there. Cabana fighting to get out, but McGuinness has a tight hold.
He's not going to go. There's a Colt blocks it now. Interesting butt bump. Surfboard-like maneuver.
Second round.
And there's the end of the second round.
And Cabana has ended this with a nice exclamation mark. He was in control for the most of the contest.
And let's see. And there he let goes.
Yep. Breaking off nicely.
Here we go. Get up. Wait a minute. He's standing on his arm, not trying to hold it. Come on, that's not...
Oh, McGuinness is exaggerating. Cabana's just having a bit of fun.
Standing on his arm. I don't know about that. I know Colt's only playing around, but I mean, I can understand if Nigel would to perhaps get a little annoyed at that.
Both men enter this with wonderful demeanours, but if you look at the face of Nigel McGuinness, he's getting increasingly frustrated.
Okay, I mean, let's go back to the rounds. Okay, first round. Personally, I'd award the first round to Nigel McGuinness. How about yourself?
Absolutely. Nigel McGuinness had control of that first round, focusing on the legs of Cabana, and it's in the second round, in my opinion, that Cabana kept control of that arm throughout the whole thing. Yeah. He won that second round.
Out of the 5 minutes, he must have had hold of that arm for a good 3 or 4 minutes now. He really did a good job of keeping control of Nigel McGuinness and maintaining his position in that match.
Well,
so now it's
going well so far.
So I'd say it's 1 round apiece here.
Providing if it goes to a referee's decision at the end of the round.
Well, if anything, it's just, just to see, the way that's going. We saw Nigel McGuinness, he took control in the first round. Colt Cabana was able to bounce back just as soon as he bounced off those ropes there, and there was a shoulder block. And
seems like they're going for a different psychology here in the third round.
They're both trying it. They're both, well...
No, Cabana, that's
not the reaction that the fans were going for. And now both men circling one another.
He's going for another handshake.
He's Colt Cabana making reference to the woos that we're getting from the crowd. Nigel, on the other hand, not so playful.
Well, let's see this match so far. They're desperately seeming to speed up the momentum. That's the second time in this round that they've gone to the ropes.
Yeah, earlier it was Colt Cabana. He hit the ropes, shoulder block Nigel.
I'll tell you what, I will give you the shot.
Well, he's inviting him to run the ropes.
Why don't you see if you can knock me down?
Well, Nigel's asking the fans, what do they think of it? Fans seem to be all for it. This is all about competition after all. He gets a run up. Oh, he knew what he was going to do.
That's one of the dirtiest tricks in the old school British book right there.
He takes over it. Shoulder blocks him off the set. Keeps Colt going.
But Cabana now
out
will
the way.
switch, and Nigel McGuinness fights out with the roll-up, but
nice.
no, the reversal. Pinfalls going here, all over the place.
Wait a minute. Oh, nice variation into the sunset flip.
Oh, he bridges out of it, and that's an uncomfortable position.
Well, look at the look on Colt Cabana's face there.
Well, what's Cabana going to do here? He's trying to take the arm, but Nigel
look at that great neck strength there. Look
absolutely, you can see his neck so
he's doing everything he can to not put his shoulders down. And
no, Cabana. Now, this would be a public warning.
Yeah, that's not a... you can see what he's aiming for
he's giving him an ultimatum.
I don't know. Did he... That's got to be
like he playfully jabbed him actually in the abdomen, but I think referee Steve Linsky.
The bottom of the palm.
Hang on.
The referee has issued the first public warning.
Yeah, there's a public warning to Colt Cabana.
And Nigel McGuinness there feeling the he's not happy about what
I
happened
think
there.
if he'd have caught him with any more force, it might have resulted in an immediate disqualification.
Oh, this is looking like it's getting ugly.
Yeah, Nigel's starting to lose his temper, and all the shenanigans of Colt Cabana's come. Oh my goodness!
Oh, he headbutted it.
Oh my goodness, that was a football headbutt.
That was, well, Nigel McGuinness is showing how British he is with that headbutt.
Yeah, you see that in soccer riots, as the Americans would call it. We just call it Saturday afternoons. And there's a series of you can't get much more British than. Oh my goodness!
A running European uppercut.
You see the way he pushed
corner to the other.
You see the way he pushed himself off that turnbuckle to get that extra momentum.
Absolutely, and now Nigel McGuinness has stepped up his game. I mean, he was upset with Cabana's attitude in this match.
He's put him in that tree of woe, and that's. Well, this isn't very sportsmanlike at all. He's in the ropes. He should be number one. He shouldn't have put him in the ropes. Number two, he should be allowing him to get back out of the ropes.
Well, it looks like McGuinness now obviously not happy, and McGuinness now has decided to take this to a whole new level. He's getting just very aggressive
now. Yeah, you see, he's lost his temper and. Now he's just pushing him in. There's that headbutt to the abdomen there.
Using the ropes there as a weapon.
Irish whip into the corner. Leapfrog over the top. Cross body. 1, 2. Over the top. Colt hits the ropes again. There's another cross body. 2. The first time he got a 1 count. Second time he got a 2 count. You see if he can do it again.
He has a pinfall. That might be it. 2. No, kick out.
That's where you bring in the next generation aspect of this World of Sport match. You wouldn't have necessarily seen that 20 years ago, but now here we are in 2005, the 21st century.
Hammerlock DDT.
Oh, that was wow.
That was very impressive.
Very impressive.
Now, if Cabana wasn't working with one arm, he certainly is now.
Yeah, absolutely.
It looks like, wait. Oh, hang on, Cabana able to escape there. A boot to the face, and McGuinness to the second right. Leapfrogs over Cabana. Did you hear that?
Follows him straight into the corner. Didn't give him an opportunity to get his foot down. Colt.
Cabana with a very clean shot to the face. 1, 2, 3, and Cabana takes it in the third round.
Oh, fantastic victory there for Colt Cabana. That was a sweet-looking top rope DDT there. That would knock anyone out.
Top rope drop kick.
Even I don't know what I was talking about. I suppose it's because he caught him so hard in the head. I was thinking of that.
I was going to say, I've not seen a top rope drop kick that clean. And
that was
McGuinness is out.
That was beautiful.
And how embarrassing is it for Nigel McGuinness as the Ring of Honor Pure Champion to lose this British rules match to Colt Cabana.
Absolutely, but what a great match though, Nick. I thoroughly enjoyed that match, and testament to both guys for having such a great sporting, up until the last round there, sporting match.
In the end, McGuinness was the one who made the mistake. McGuinness was the one who decided to take it to a new aggressive level, decided to speed it up, and it cost him, because Cabana hit the drop kick.
Well, it was Colt maybe lured him into that, especially with that little playful slap to the
so in other words,
lower.
You're saying Cabana was playful throughout the whole thing, except for the last 5 seconds, and McGuinness didn't see it coming.
I just think it was great wrestling on both men's behalf. Colt's perhaps mental attitude towards it was a little bit different, and Nigel lost his temper and ended up coming back to haunt him. Cabana kept it.
I mean, Cabana did a fantastic British tactic. He worked on a single body part, and when he needed to get back the advantage, he went back to that body part until he was able to land the knockout and the pinfall.
Absolutely. That was such a sweet-looking drop.
It was, wasn't it?
Nigel was going to leave without shaking his hands, no doubt, as you were saying, feeling embarrassed. Now both men are
as a representative as Ring of Honor, he should, and there it is. Ladies and gentlemen, the World of Sport Next Generation. Colt Cabana and Nigel McGuinness, wonderful contest.